Iyke shares the success of his movie Bad Comments.
I found every one of you. You came after me. You destroyed everything that I stood for. You found me on Twitter.
Iyke, in an interview with HIPTV, shares the success of Bad Comments. He also hints the part 2, a sequel.
Bad Comment basically is a story that chronicles the social media ecosystem. And we're happy with how it was so widely received from every corner. We did a 6-city tour within Nigeria, and then we did a 2-city tour in Ghana. We did Accra and Kumasi. So it's, it's all the pundits, the whole system basically called it the best film that came out of our space. So it couldn't get any better than that. We're gearing up right now, and in 2 days we're going to be in Zanzibar for Recce. Then after that I'll be going to Morocco. We're partnering with the Minister of Youth and Culture in Zanzibar to shoot part of part 2 there. We're also shooting in Marrakesh in conjunction with the Nigerian Embassy of Morocco over there. So it's quite exciting. Hopefully by April we'll have kicked off the second part. So it's Bad Comments is one of those movies that, yes, we projected it and positioned for it. We understood that it was going to be successful, but nobody knew it was going to be at this height. So hopefully we raise the bar some more. We raise the bar even more in part 2, in the sequel. It's in development right now as we speak. And it's got all the making of a very successful franchise as well.
I've treated everybody fairly. Haven't I not?
Boss, I need you to calm down, please.
Recently, in an interview with Jude, Iyke revealed the confrontation video between him and Uche Maduagu was just a promotional move for his movie Bad Comments. This raised different reactions from fans. Addressing this, Iyke had this to say.
It's common knowledge that everybody was quite disappointed with it, but doesn't that, also, that leans credence to the conviction that social media is the pseudo-ram, and everybody just offended by this. But I'll tell you something, we didn't set out to hurt anybody. If anybody was offended, what was hurt were people's ego, and nothing more. What it did as a case study for reality, as it were, did more than enough to position everybody's head squarely on their shoulders to understand that social media is not where you invest your reality in. I'm not that kind of person. If people were waiting for me to meet some sort of social media thuggery that they've thought me to be, I'm sorry to disappoint people. I think it's anathema to what I really am. It's anathema to my gift, to my depth, and to my intellect. We designed a film that's easily the most relatable, most relevant content that addresses this, the mental health issue that is inherent in social media. How people have made it culturally cool to extend and project cruelty and hatred to others. Social media was designed originally as a social experiment to project people's skill sets. It's sort of a shortcut roadmap to success, and that's what it's supposed to be.
Iyke, who is popularly known for his strength in interpreting roles as an actor, has added another title to himself as an author, as he's about to launch his ebook, The Gift in the Odd. The book, which is a 15-volume book, reflects in every aspect of the human daily life and power of the mindset. He shares the reason behind this book.
We all knew about the lockdown when the world was literally shutting down before us. I was with my son in Paris. He wanted to go to Disney Paris. I picked him up from the States and we came out to Disney. I knew the world was shutting down and I was hoping I could take him for a 4- or 5-day trip and get back to the States. But the US shut down. I tried to run to London to hang, so he would hang with his cousin until I figure my next move. England shut down. And then we couldn't also be in the hotel in Paris because they were kicking people out of their hotels, and because Paris was shutting down. So we moved to the suburbs, and from the intelligent report that was coming from the embassy, we thought it was a 1 month stint. And at the end of the day, we were stranded in Paris for 6 months during the pandemic period, during the lockdown. So, I mean, you know, kids, he was thriving, he was making friends, hanging out by the pond with all these other kids. I was struggling, and you know, I didn't know what to do in my life. I didn't know where to go with it. I've never been in a position where, you know, I was that redundant, where, you know, a certain imposition was made on me, and I couldn't, you know, use my mind or move from point A to B. And I think everybody was suffering that uncertainty because we didn't know where the world was going at that point. And my sister said, I think this time is as good as any to write that book. So I think that was a saving grace, that time of uncertainty, that time of peculiarity where nobody knew where the world was going. It's a wealth of experience of everything I've been through. There's no classroom rhetorics in that book. There's nothing I learned in a classroom classically that I put down there. Everything in that book came from being at the feet of kings, being experiences I had with mentors, with people that have mastered this thing called life. You know, and we came together, pooled our wealth of experience together, and I wrote a 15-volume book. Okay, so there are 15 volumes of that. That is just volume 1. We're going to be releasing a volume on different subjects under the sun every other couple of months. So we have enough material for 2 years actually, you know, to be published.
On the platforms his ebook can be accessed when it finally gets released, Iyke says it will be available on Amazon, Apple Book, and many more platforms.
On Amazon Books, you can get it on on Kobo. You can also get it on Apple Books.
Half of your social media followers are not your fans.